Hey, sweet faces, welcome to this week's work where we are looking at parallel and perpendicular lines. As a reminder, parallel, we joke that they are the brother-sister lines. They never want to cross or touch each other. Everybody stays on their own sides. Our perpendicular lines are going to make a right angle, giving us a very nice straight wall where we can sit down and enjoy something to eat. So for this first thing, we are circling to decide whether or not the lines are parallel. So yes, they are parallel, or no, they are not parallel. This first set, they are definitely brother-sister lines. Yes, they are parallel. They continue on in both directions. They will never cross. These lines, no, they are perpendicular. They cross to make a right angle. These, yes, they are parallel. They will continue on in both directions without crossing. Yes, these are parallel. They will continue on in both directions without crossing. No, these lines are called intersecting. They are crossing, but not making a right angle. So not perpendicular. These are intersecting. And no, if we continue to draw these lines, even though they don't cross yet, a little bit further, they are going to cross. You can notice that they are pointing towards each other at the tips. We're much closer at this point than we are back here. That brings us to the end of this page. If you have any questions, bring them with you to class. All right, love bugs. Second page, we're looking to see, yes, they are perpendicular, or no, they are not perpendicular. These are a no. They will cross, they will intersect, but they will not make a right angle. Yes, these are perpendicular. They cross and make a right angle. No, these are parallel. They are not perpendicular. Yes, these are perpendicular. We have our right angle. No, these are intersecting. They cross but do not make a right angle. And yes, these are perpendicular. They cross and make four right angles. Any questions on these identifications? Bring them with you to class. All right, love bugs. We are going to determine if the figure has parallel lines or not. If it does, circle a pair. So does this have parallel lines? Well, if we're not sure, we can extend any of these lines. I see that one doesn't have a mate. This one doesn't have a mate. This one almost has a mate. It would continue until it crossed. These are going to be a no. No parallel lines. We're going to have intersecting, but no parallel lines. This is a yes. These top pairs would be parallel, as well as these sides pairs. So this rectangle would have two pairs of parallel sides. Up here, yeah, we have some parallels, top and bottom. They would continue without ever touching. Does this have parallel? Let's see. We could make these parallel lines. Yes, they are parallel. Does it have perpendicular as well? Yes. Does it have intersecting as well? Yes, but it does have one pair of parallel. Right here, parallel and parallel. Yes, this has two sets of parallel lines. This guy is a big no. We only have one line. Definitely doesn't have a mate. Any questions on these? Bring them with you to class. All right, love bugs. Determine if the figure has perpendicular lines, and if it does, show a pair. So if we're looking for perpendicular lines here, we could take this line, and they would definitely be considered perpendicular. We could also do this line and this line. They would also be perpendicular. So this is going to be a yes. For these, if we did that line and that line, we'd have a perpendicular there. We could do it a few different places. We'd make a perpendicular there. I can find at least two. So that's a yes. Coming here, perpendicular. I could do this one and this one would make a perpendicular angle. So this is a yes. If I do this one, I could make this and this. They're intersecting, not quite perpendicular. That's a no. This guy, absolutely. If we do one across and one up and down, those right corners and squares, we have them. Yes, this is perpendicular. And this one, no. These would intersect. They're going to cross, but they're not going to make a right angle. Any questions on these? Bring them with you to class. All right, Nuggets, last page. Draw the correct type of line being asked below. So if I want a line that is parallel to M, I'm going to draw it like this. We'll say this is line N. They would be parallel. If I wanted perpendicular, I have to cross to make a right angle. I'm going to call this line Q. A line that is perpendicular to line V. So I'm going to come through line V, make a nice right angle. We're going to call that X. That would be perpendicular. Draw a line that is neither parallel nor perpendicular. Intersect. We'll call this S. They cross, so they're not parallel, but they don't make a right angle, so they're not perpendicular. Draw a line that is neither parallel nor perpendicular to line B. So if I go to line B and I just crisscross it, call it line C. That'll work. It's an intersecting line, not parallel and not perpendicular. Last one, draw a line parallel to line F. I'm going to come over here, do this, and I'm going to name this line H. Any questions on these, kiddos? Bring them with you to class. Have a good weekend, Math.